Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Mousy, and I'm the ultimate SL clout chaser. And I'm here with Novel, who is a SL musician, but even more importantly, he's a real life musician. And he's here with us to share his experiences and how SL has helped him cultivate his musical skills and talents, and how it helps him in SL and the skills translate into real life, and where you could find him and a little bit more about him if you guys want to get to know some artists in SL. I think I'm going to start a series here that's going to be like musical Thursdays or musical updates, kind of like ripping off SL Musical Mondays, where we get to know artists. And for those of you guys who are aspiring artists or want to be, rappers, singers, whatever, producers, you can follow this series and perhaps be mentored by someone who's been doing this for a little bit longer than you. So, welcome to my channel, Novel. How are you?
Thank you, Mousy. What's good? I'm chilling. Or Clout. I'm saying I'm chilling though.
So, question for you. How long have you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like before we even get into SL and all this other stuff, just tell us about yourself. Like who are you, where are you from, and what made you interested in music in the first place?
So I'm born and raised in Harlem, New York. Um, I'm a rap artist. I don't know, through music, I guess more so expression. I used to always write when I was young. I kind of thought I was gonna go more into the lane of like playwriting or script writing, and some way I just end up doing music. I don't know.
And now that I think that both of the two, like they have a lot of commonalities, right? Because for me, when I listen to songs, whether it's rap or it's a and or any type of song, like the lyrics are it for me. And I'm an avid reader in real life anyway, so when I read the lyrics, that's how I mainly connect. Like some people connect through the actual beat, but I connect through the lyrics. So it makes sense to me that someone who would want to be a writer would be like an amazing musician.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's probably why I played how I did. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like? What draws you to music the most? Is it the sound? Would it be the lyrics? Would it be the performing or the creative process? What is it for you that makes you love it?
I think a little bit of everything, honestly. I love the visuals, the sounds, the lyrics. It's a little bit of everything because sometimes I got to use different things to inspire me. Like I might be working on a song and I might just have a certain video plan that to me fits the vibe of the song. And
Hmm.
I could use that to, kind of try to portray a feeling in something. And then sometimes, I don't know, I might just be listening to, some lyrics or something to inspire me to write better or, to up my writing or my better.
Yeah, so it's the entire package. You just love it all from start to finish.
Yeah, it's like endless, and it's like no rules, so it's just dope.
I love that. So, guys, yesterday I went to one of Novel's performances. It was amazing. Like, I invited you guys out there. A lot of you guys came. You were in my box and you were telling me, like, this was one of the best SL parties you've been to and you love the music so much. And I was like, this is not an SL party. This is a performance. And this is my second performance of yours. The first one was the rap battle that I've been to. And it's extremely energetic. Everybody's hyped up. The crowd is amazing. Everyone's super friendly. It was just so much fun. How often do you do this?
I guess lately, as far as for the performance things, I'm just kind of getting back into that. But I plan on doing a lot more performances. I really want to use this to inspire me to create different type of music I probably wouldn't normally do. Just to hit up different venues. I don't know, but I definitely want to do a lot more. Performances, helping other artists, doing showcases, endless, ideas.
How did this happen with you and the owner of Il Nana? Like, how did you guys hook up for you to perform there? And if other like venues want you to perform for them, how can they contact you or connect with you and get you to do that?
To answer your first question, Disney, she's the owner or one of the owners of El Nana, and I guess we knew each other for a while because she was on my friends list from back in the day. And
Hmm.
then I don't know, I think somebody was doing an event somewhere, out through a TP. I end up there, and we realized we knew each other, so we was cool. We built back a rapport, and I always go there to just show love. But I hit up like, yo, I'm about to come back. I got a certain set I want to do. It was perfect for that. And for anybody that want to contact me, you could contact me world on the Second Life Facebook, novel.popinjay, or if you Google novel Hooly the Goat, you can find my Instagram and SoundCloud and things like that if you want to to me through there.
Okay, and guys, I'm gonna leave you all Novels contact information below in the description bar. Be sure to check that out. If you don't know what the GOAT is the greatest of all time, and you've certainly kind of proven that in SL because you're pretty well known in SL as a battle rapper, right?
Yes, yes, that is true. Yes. And
So,
thank you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to use that to honestly the GOAT thing because it used to be Novel Hooligan, then it was Novel Hooly the Great. And
uh-huh.
then you know how people's like, yo, you the GOAT, bruh, you the GOAT. So I kind of added that on there as fuel to, just push myself. Like when I see that GOAT on there, it makes me try to step it up. Within myself. It's not like I'm the greatest. I'm not telling somebody that that's just how I feel that I need to be. I need to be the best me. So that's something I use to motivate.
But think about, like, if you don't think that you're great, who else is going to think that? So it kind of starts with you, and I see
That's a
nothing
fact.
wrong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving yourself that label. Even with me, right? So I call myself clout chaser, and a lot of people feel like that has a negative connotation. And I was like, before it was a slang, it was actually a good thing to have clout. It means you have power and respect, and it also means that if you see something go in a direction you don't like, you have a lot of influence to change it. And that is my goal. So I have no problem with what I call myself. So it's kind of the same thing.
Nah, that's fire. Because the name is, I mean, I guess in today's with the trends, it do seem a little bit of I guess, a negative thing. But I love how through who you are, you shine a great light on the name. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Like Cloud
I
Chaser. So,
financed it. Now
yep,
everybody
that's a
can be
fact.
clout chasers. Okay. So look, we're going back to, like, first of all, how did you hear about SL and how long have you been in SL?
So I've been around SF for about 15 years. Of course, on and off. I'll
Uh-huh.
be like on sometimes for 2 years, kind of like consistently, then I'll leave for 3 years. Or I had found it randomly online one day. I don't remember how I found it. I checked it out and I was like, yo, this is different. And that this is before they had like the private Sims. You could just fly through Sims, so it was easier to discover places and I was building and all. And once I seen you could build and you could do so many things on here, I was like, oh yeah, this is type lit. Yeah.
It definitely is, because it's like I've kind of felt the same way when I started SL. I was just like, this is amazing. And I think one of the first things I did was I went to a sim that mimicked another country, and the idea that you could like travel without leaving your computer chair was amazing to me because I travel a lot in real life. And the things that people like, there are so many creative, talented people on here. It just blows my mind, and it's one of the things I love about it. And the fact that you could take so many risks, like we were talking about this kind of offline with fashion or business, like if you want to start a small business and maybe mimic it in real life. um, how has, and I want to transition into a question with that, how has SL helped your music career? And guys, if you don't know, Novel's a musician in real life. You have a SoundCloud, you actually perform, there's videos out that you've done. So tell us about that.
Well, how SL's helped me is like, I mean, people on Second Life, people be thinking this game is just like a cartoon, but people are ridiculously, honestly brutal on here. You know what I mean? Like, so,
Hmm.
because you're still behind the screen, so, people will not tell you what you want to hear. So, I feel like through the critiques and stuff, you can get some real good critiques through here. I just think and really meeting people on here to me is completely different than meeting somebody on Facebook or Instagram. You kind of feel like you know them, you speaking with them, you see what interests you have. Hell, fire. You can meet somebody from Florida, from the UK. You know what I mean? You just TB to the right place. I've met a lot of people in real life from it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, like my brother, who's pretty much damn near like my blood brother. My boy Sick Flows, Sagan, a bunch of people, a ton of people. Yeah.
Do you feel like you could connect with people easier, or not easier because that's relative depending on the person, but do you feel like there's an aspect of people that you get to know on a deeper level in SL versus real life?
Kinda. Let me see. Yeah, definitely some people. Yeah, I've definitely have some really great friends and friendships on here. So definitely.
Okay. So recently you were featured on SL Music Mondays, and you were interviewed for Second Life's blog. How did that happen?
Somebody had sent me a link. I guess Second Life was looking to interview artists, and they were saying, "Yo, you should just submit. I think submit something." And I think it was like a little form. So I said, "All right, let me see. It can't hurt." Because I felt like, damn, my music is a little, maybe it might be a little too rough around the edges for. And yeah, I
Like
guess
not
they hit me back. They was
mainstream
like they
enough.
love it. They was like, yeah. So then the
It's
lady sent
good.
me the questions. And,
And you just responded.
right. Yep.
I think that was a good look for SL to have you on Music Mondays because, like you said, some people might think that SL is extremely vanilla or mainstream, and so they wouldn't have a rapper on there. I don't even want to call you battle rapper because you're just so much more than that, but they wouldn't have a rapper on there, or maybe they wouldn't have hip. Would you feel like they wouldn't have hip hop music on there, or
I think
I
they would
guess
have hip hop. I just think I'm a little, some of my music I play into certain areas that could be a little, say might be a little like risky, like depending on what song you might pull up of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hear a bunch of my music, then I think you can appreciate my music. But if you pull that one song up, you might hold up. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with this dude? So but yeah, I don't know. I normally think acoustic because that's just what you're used to when it comes to live performers on here. Singers, poets.
and so you just felt it was extremely different.
Yeah, I
Music
thought it
is,
was.
yeah. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, no, no. What you saying?
No, music is extremely universal and it's not just one thing, right? There's just so many genres out there and so many subcategories within a genre. It's
Right.
hard to pin down anything and just say, like, oh, this is the right type of music. So I'm really like kudos to SL because I'm really glad that they featured you. And when I reposted the community post that they posted, it had the most likes of any community post that I've posted. So I know a lot of people felt the
Oh,
same
appreciate
way.
that. Good
Yeah.
looking, y'all. Real talk. And shout out Second Life. Shout out everybody, that support me. Yeah.
So in terms of battle rap, which was one of the first things I recorded and posted of my on my channel of you doing, it was recorded, actually filmed by Zula, and I took a clip of his recording and posted it to my channel. Are you gonna do that? Like, are you into it? Because that's what you're kind of most well known for in SL, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And shout out Zuwap. See, with me with battle rap though is when I was on here, it was more so about freestyling off the top. So to me that was fun because if like it was just fun on like not knowing what people gonna say. So now the way battle rap is, you really gotta prepare for it. So to me, I guess I'm kind of like the time it takes trying to prepare for battle rap and all of that. It's like I much rather just put my time in. And also, battle rap it's a stigma on battle rappers, and it's not an easy like box to get out of. When people just kind of want to just see you battle, that's it's a stigma that kind of can be hard to get out of that little box. So that's why I've been more so trying to move into the people kind of seeing me as an artist more than just like a battle rapper.
Okay. So you're definitely trying to like just diversify and kind of not only change, are you trying to change your style of music or not at all? Or it's just you wanted to
Yeah, I
confirm
just want to
for
do all kind of music. I've always been doing that. Like anyone, if you listen to any of my old music, you see I always was doing all kinds. I was doing all kinds. I was going crazy. But I think now I found a little more of my sound or areas I can play into. But I just love music and creating, honestly. Like
yeah, and
also with battle
experimenting.
rapping, I'm sorry not to cut you off.
Mhm.
It's like you got to share your brand with people. So it's like I feel like I'm at a point where so no disrespect to anybody's brand. I just kind of unless it's really like to be honest, if at this point where I'm at musically, if I'm going battle rap, I'm going battle rap in real life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really on here to be SL battle rapping.
Yeah. And when you say share your brain, for viewers out there who don't understand what that means, does that mean playing off another person and how they're thinking and
Oh, I meant share your brand, meaning like
oh, your
somebody else
brand,
is like
sorry.
if somebody was looking up me now, they might discover such and such because I got a battle rap with them. You know what I'm saying? I have a battle with them, so I feel like I might be shining light on somebody that is, you know, I don't. I think to the point on SL, I don't really have to do that unless somebody, to me, some of these people, and no disrespect to the SL battle rappers, I just feel like a lot of people call me out. I'm not calling anybody.
Right.
It has to make a lot of sense for.
And then something else that we were talking about, I don't know if you feel comfortable getting into it, is that sometimes when you're battle rapping, like what should happen, guys, theoretically, is that you battle rap with somebody and then it's just creative, it's fun, and it might get a little tense, but it's no big deal because at the end of the day, it's just fun, right? But you said sometimes it could lead to conflict and it's just not worth it.
Right, that too. Yeah, definitely. And it's like anything. Some people are real sensitive with it. Cause I be really having to even be like, cause I have a side of me that can write some crazy, some harsh stuff. But then it's like people, go, oh, why you had to do it like that? But if you know battle rap, battle rap could be, you want to get as cutthroat as you can, to really hurt your opponent's feelings type.
Or to one up them, you got to be savage because it's a war, it's a
Right.
lyrical war, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So you've been in SL for 14 years on and off. I can't even believe it because you're young. Like, it's not even like you're an older person who've been here for a while, but I guess you found it young. But you've
Yeah.
also been gone for a while. Where have you been?
Doing music in real life, living life, learning life, falling, bumping your head, getting back up. But really music, pursuing music, learning like how to have businesses. I got a corporation, I got a recording studio, I mix and I master, I have a few artists, I have my peers like Holy Click and all that. So just really working, just always trying to like skill up, get better at whether it's mixing, whether it's music, working with other talent, doing events. I mean, it's crazy. I definitely got to write a book.
It sounds like you have some stories to tell.
Do I? Yes. It's crazy.
Okay, and so what's brought you, and that's what happened, I guess, when you have a non-traditional career, which is extremely exciting for a lot of people. So I want to stay on that topic for a second. So what would you tell that person who's like, listen, I love music so much, it's my passion, it's something that I want to pursue. Is there a right way or a wrong way to do this? To go about it?
No, no. I would say just dive in, learn it, bump your head early, learn everything. Don't, and I would say do not sign anything. Do not sign anything. You don't have to sign anything, especially nowadays. Kids to me got it really good because you don't have to sign. If you think you want to sign, cool, but just kind of like learn it, right? The music, get in the studio, shoot your videos. That's the way you gonna learn it is by doing it for real.
Yeah. And is there like a way to get numbers up or get people to notice you? Or because this is the game is kind of different with social media, right? I feel
Right.
like recording labels don't even promote people the way that they used to. It's kind of like you have to have your own following before you even get signed. Do you feel that's true?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. They're not even, they ain't even coming to try to sign you unless you already done did the work, the footwork, and now you're known. That's when they come in when they see old people, because you're like money that's floating around that they not able to get a piece of. That's how they look at it.
Right.
So every label, somebody like, nobody don't got that new kid. Somebody better sign him. You know what I'm saying? That's just money. We need to get a piece of that pie. So kind of how it is. And as far as me, I'm actually still learning how to, utilize ads and ways of trying to get my. I would say just try to go organic. Don't do anything where somebody, if you see anything where they saying, oh, we can get you this amount of views and you know what I mean, 2 3 days, it's kind of BS. No one
Yeah.
can tell you a direct amount of numbers they're gonna be give you. So I would say look out for things like that. But like you got to start from the ground up. You know what I mean? Like start from the bottom, just kind of by word of mouth or promoting. And I see how you doing it. Like you killing it. You know what I'm saying? So you probably could put people up on YouTube. Is a beast. Like it's to me, YouTube is the hardest platform. You can kind of get that going and something. That's something I'm still learning how to utilize these platforms.
Yeah. But you know what? YouTube, like SL YouTube is so niche. Like I feel like I even though I appreciate everyone who watches and the viewership, it's like hard to get those numbers. Like even compared to say IMVU or anything else that The Sims, anything else that you would do, it would be really tough because there's only 50,000 people at least at any given time when I log on this platform. So you get a small percentage, and not all of them use social media. Um,
Right.
but and so I guess that's no different from artists because there are so many musical genres. There's so many people you don't know what they like, and it's like how do you connect with your tribe or your crowd? So that's kind of like tough. So What brought you back to SL?
COVID pretty much.
I
Once that
feel that
COVID hit, I
that
was like,
brought
okay,
everybody
you know what
back.
I'm saying. And I think one day I was just chilling. I said, let me jump back. Let me see what's up with SL. And then I got a lot of people that I consider family on here. So yeah,
And it was just nice because you could be social with these people and hang out with them without having to like risk anything, which is good.
right.
And we're in the hotbed of this whole pandemic situation. I didn't go out at one point for 3 months. Like, how have you been holding up on?
For the beginning of it, I want to say for the first 2 months, 2 or 3 months, I was working. So yep. Just doing
Outside of the
deliveries
house?
on the side. Yeah, doing delivery essential work. Yep. And then
Seriously,
after a while, I was like, you know what? This is kind of like I don't know how risky this is, and I got kids, so let me fall back. And my job was cool. They love me to death. That's like my side job because my other job is mixing, and I got a studio, so I have clients and stuff, and I couldn't really risk having clients come through the studio.
yeah.
So, but yeah, and then yep.
I can't even believe you were out. I think now I'm out there. I go to work maybe once a week or something. But in the beginning, I was terrified. I didn't want to go anywhere. I was just like, I'm not going anywhere. My son's not going anywhere. This is it. We're ordering
Right.
groceries,
I
everything.
think that's smart though, because everybody was telling me like I was a little concerned, but people was like, nah, go out there, work, get your money, wear your mask, take the safety protocols, and I ain't get nothing, so I'm good.
Yeah. And but you know what? We appreciate all the essential workers that are out there because it's definitely needed. So
Right.
big up to you for that. So tell us, so now that you're back, you actually have a sim. Like you came back and you just hit hard. So you have a sim, Hoolyville, guys, if you're not aware of it. He has some amazing events here. The networking event. Like tell us about what events you're having here. And I'll tell you guys briefly. The networking event was one of the last events I came to besides like a pool party. And you had all these SL creators and business owners here networking and kind of collaborating and working together. Like how did you come up with this idea?
You know what? Cause in real life, we go to a lot of networking events, and I was like, yo, that'd be fire. Cause that was one of my main things coming back to SL. It's like more so collabing with people and bringing people together. Cause I felt like that was always the issue. We always had a lot of talented people, but people will fall out over drama or egos. So I was like, damn, I want to take some of the skills that I was able to apply in real life. Well, and I felt like, damn, I'm cool with a lot of different people, so and then I was thinking, oh, talking with May, like, yo, we should do like a network event, so then other people can meet each other, maybe that never knew each other, and build relationships. And that first one was a great turnout. You know what I mean? We did a second one. That one wasn't as good as the first one, but hopefully by the time we do the third one, hopefully that'll be as good as the first one.
I think it's a matter of people knowing about it, right? The first one was amazing. The room was crowded. You couldn't even move in there. It was just everyone seemed really eager and excited to talk about their businesses and what they've been doing in SL. And I know personally, I made a lot of friends and actually worked with people as a result of that event.
That's fire.
Yeah, for real. So, what other events are you having here?
Also shout out Candy Shop, who I know work with you also. I think they
Yeah.
may have found us too. I'm not sure, but they've been putting on some great events like parties. I have another performance on Wednesday, the 19th at Ambrosia Club, and actually my boy DJ Splack. We have another event the 19th. It's gonna be like a showcase. As far as for Hoolyville, I want to say I think we said we was gonna take like 2 weeks off from events here, so we're kind of gonna regroup and change up some of the events here. But we have a lot of other little performances and different.
Okay. So, guys, Club Ambrosia, I'm going to put all the information below. You guys know if you're on my friend list, I will send you a flyer in advance, and I'll also put up a community post with the SURL so that way you could head down there. I don't think you will be disappointed at all if you head to one of Novel's events. They are amazing. I think anybody who's gone to one could definitely testify to that. And so I do have some other questions for you. So, like, besides now that you're gonna do your practice runs in SL with performing and things like that. What else do you plan to do on here?
Please guys look out too, cause we looking for any partners, anybody down. We want to get we want to do another sim, and we want that to be a little more bougie type of vibe, because the Hoolyville is real ghetto, so it's real hood, so we want to do something a little more, bougie with it. So anybody that's looking to partner up or want to, be a part of what we doing over here, feel free to contact us. That as well as just putting together dope festivals and showcases. We looking for artists to work with. Um, yeah, things like that. I just want to put on different type of events, and just really have fun on here. Especially right now, it look like this COVID stuff is still going to be around for a minute, so I feel like I'm definitely going to be here consistently until 2021, which I'm still planning on sticking around. It just maybe as much as I am now, but yeah.
Yeah, because real life's gonna hit. But I think that you would be amazing at that. And when I first started here, Zula and I were talking about like maybe a Coachella vibe or something like that. But
That'll be fire.
seriously, like any type of musical festival would be amazing. Like, who doesn't like music? And especially when you're hearing live music and then you could feel the passion and energy, but it just does something to you. It really hypes you up. I think if you do that, like, yeah, I would definitely come to that. Guys, leave it in the comment section. Let us know, like, who would you like to hear? Do you have any favorite musical artists in SL that maybe Novel should hook up with and be a part of this? And I guess what would be the ideal thing? Like, do you think it'd be a weekend kind of thing or a week long music festival? Like, what would you do?
Yo, Mousy, like we could do all of that. You know what I mean? I want to do. We could do a weekend festival. Like I'm down for any ideas, and I would like to space it out to where don't get played out. We do some final way to do fun. You know, I'm down for any dope ideas.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that would be really amazing. So let's ask some fun questions. So, one thing that I asked you offline, I was like, your Avi looks so much like you in real life. And how did you have, like, how did that happen? Did you intentionally
I
do
guess
it?
cause in real life I don't really got a mustache. I'm like I don't know, Benjamin Button a little bit. My TT, they had, how they do the little Facebook stuff about what Disney character she gonna put Peter Pan. So I guess that explains it a little bit. But I also, like I was telling you, I tried to go for a skin that I don't see a lot of people use. But I feel like it looks kind of like me. I feel like I could have really made him look a lot more like me. But I still like that fun of your avatar to be a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. I love the customization. I like realism in my avatar, but I like to add some whimsical aspects like kind of crazy eyes or fantasy hair or fantasy outfits
Yeah,
in
that's
it.
fire. I like how you set your avatar. That shit fire.
Yeah, I like that. It's fun. Is that fun for you? Like, do you change your avatar look a lot?
No, well, I change his clothes up, but I don't really change his look up a lot. I ain't gonna front.
Okay.
It took me a minute to even change my skin because I think I had to use an old skin. You know how it is when you're trying to set up the bodies and the bomb don't work. So I was like, I don't want to take a risk on another skin because the I think I was having an issue getting like a nice skin to go with my head or whatever. And
Uh-huh.
somebody helped explain to me how I could fix it because I was having an issue getting like the tattoos, the pliers to work. So I finally figured it out. So
Yeah, so you know I'm mad at you right now because I have a makeover clinic, so you should have come there. Shameless plug, guys.
right, that's a fact.
What do you do for fun in SL?
On SL for fun. I be getting up with my Kappa boys, Kappa Theta 5. Shout out to my brothers. We just be joking and bugging out. Honestly, I have fun putting together like dope events and stuff like that, or meeting people, meeting cool people. That type of stuff is really fun to me.
Okay, cool. And are you a part of the sorority or are you just friends with the founder?
I'm actually a founder of
The
fraternity,
sor oh,
Kappa Theta 5.
sorry, I'm so sorry. I said sorority. Of the fraternity. Yes. Okay, so you're a founder of the fraternity. And can you tell people like what are the benefits of being a part of a fraternity in SL?
I think just the discipline, it's awesome. Like just the brotherhood, like it's so dope. Cause SL could be full with so much drama. So it's like if you want some brotherhood, I like Kappa Theta Phi. But all the frats and stuff is really good.
That's true.
So what I mean, the sororities. It's like some people, you hear bad things, good and bad things with some stuff. But I think for the most part, like people working together, supporting each other. I guess when you was at the show, I'm sure you seen a lot of the Kappa boys
What? They
building.
were
So
like representing for you so hard out there. Like
yeah,
they
so we definitely look out for each other. Like, so yeah, it's dope.
yes. And I noticed that with all the fraternities or even sororities. Like, if one has a party, you guys all show up. Like, you come and support big time. There are a lot of people who know each other in real life and, like, help each other and support each other in real life, or just have that nice, genuine friendship and really great connection and long lasting friendships. So that's good. And it's also helpful, I guess, because with you, all these people in one group, especially people who've been in this virtual world for a long time, everyone has different skills too that you could use and share knowledge with, and that's really helpful as well.
Right.
What made you start this fraternity?
Well, I didn't start the fraternity. My brother Brazy started it in I want to say 2011. And
Okay.
I, yeah, and I'm not even a frat dude, but this is my guy, and him, Freddie, and I want to say Crazy Black, and they were just like, "Yo, bro, we want to make you a part of this." And I was telling them, "Man, I got my holy stuff. I really don't like to be a part of nothing." And I'm really like that. Like I don't really like to just. So when I'm telling you the Kappas is lit, like it took me a while. They were like, "Yo, you don't have to pledge," because we're really cool. They know, I guess the type of dude. So I'm just
Yeah.
telling you this as a guy that was against the whole fraternity thing. Now I love it. It's to the point where I'm like, just because I felt like, I'm like, I'm gonna probably pledge, just to go through to do what everybody else went to. That's how much I like it. It was like, what, you gonna pledge? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh shit, that's what's up. Because they just made me a founder out of just the respect and the
And the relationship
end
that
up
you already
dude.
had.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you would advise, because you know what's so funny? When I did the conversation lounge, and shout out to Isa, she has the conversation lounge, which is held on Tuesdays. Are you still doing that? Are you still a host on that show, a co-host?
Yo, nah, I love yo. The conversation was lit. I loved it, but nah, I think she probably got busy in RL or
Oh,
so
it's
I'm
not
not sure.
happening
But yeah, we
anymore.
did it a few times, and then yeah, shout
Okay,
out ISIS.
seriously. So guys, just to put this in context, so basically what the conversation lounge was there was a panel of Isis who was like the main host, and there were three women and three men, and then we would have topics and the audience would give feedback, and so it was just like a conversation party, literally what it sounds like. And yeah, why did I even bring this up? How did the conversation party end up in this? I'm like so confused right now. But anyways, we had the conversation party, and that was something that you did as well. Why did I bring this up, Novel? What did this start with?
I'm not sure. I think before we was talking
We were
about
talking about
the
the
frat. We
fraternity.
was talking about the frat, and then it
Uh huh.
led to the conference. Yeah.
And
Yep.
then you were just talking about how, oh gosh, forget it. It'll come back to me. But I wanted to connect two thoughts, but it just escaped me. I'm sorry about that, guys. But anyways, with the fraternity, oh, what happened? This is the point that I wanted to come to. What happened at the conversation lounge one day was that someone came up. One of the ladies said she notices that a lot of men in SL don't have French. Like, it's kind of weird. She says a lot of women have like really good friendship groups, and a lot of men, she figured, didn't have that. So I guess I wanted to ask you, do you feel like that statement is true? Like, and does the fraternity change that for the men in SL?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time. My fault.
So during the conversation party, one of the audience members said what she noticed in being an SL was a lot of men didn't have like a lot of like aces, like a lot of really good best friends in SL. She said the men were kind of like lone wolves and kind of did their own thing unless they were partnered up or their partner had friends. Like, she noticed a lot of guys didn't form relationships with other men in SL, like friendship relationships. I don't know
Yes,
if
I agree. Yeah,
you do think
totally.
that's true.
That
So
is a fact.
so
It
I
definitely
wanted to
helps.
ask,
Yeah.
yeah. So the fraternity, I think, is a good resolution for that problem. And I'm sorry, guys, I lost my train of thought, but that's why I brought up the conversation party, because this point was brought up there. And so if you're a guy on SL, and guys like come to me, they want to make their avi, and once they have an avi that they're satisfied with, sometimes I feel like the guys more than the women kind of struggle with things to do. And would you recommend this for a new, man coming into SL, like joining the
Yes.
fraternity? And what's the process like? What would he have to do?
It's pretty strict. Like the first 2 weeks, just be prepared for the first 2 weeks to be pretty like strict. They have you do tasks, certain things to just instill discipline and see your resilience. So
Yeah.
but
Do
it's
do you have
dope.
to fill out an application or something? Like, so if a guy wanted to join your fraternity, what would he have to do?
He would hit up Brazy, and then Brazy will just he'll put him through the protocol.
Okay, and you'll give me his name, and we could leave that contact information below there, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay, so we'll do that. So that's like pretty interesting that how you're part of a fraternity, because I kind of do like from the outside looking in, I would see you more as a like a lone wolf as well. Not that you couldn't have friends on SL or anything like that, but it just kind of seems like you would do your own thing. I'm kind of like that myself, but it's interesting that you joined this organization and that you really love it and you really found the brotherhood, and I think that's a really good thing. All right, so we're gonna wrap up because I don't want to keep you too long. Just tell us, like, outside of that, like, do you have a relationship in SL for those who want to know?
Yes. Maybay, aka
Maybe.
DJ Maybay.
Yes, I already knew that, guys. But the reason I bring this up, did you and May meet in SL or did you guys meet outside of SL?
We did meet on SL. Yes.
You did. Would you recommend SL relationships for everyone? Because, people are very like on the fence about that. They're like, I don't know if I could trust this person, but it's like it seems like when you're able to connect with someone, it just works. It's like magic.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. And I think also SL is dope because there's so many different things and aspects of Second Life to where if you can build certain interests, because sometimes that's really what it is that can hold the relation, the interests you have, and the things you both are
Yeah, and
interested in.
May is a DJ, and at one of your concert or one of your shows, she actually rapped with you. So you guys have that musical inclination that kind of bonds you guys together. And I guess working together on this sim also helps as well, correct?
Right, she's a DJ, and she's an artist, she's a rapper, and she's a singer, she sings too. So,
Yeah. So, where did you guys meet?
we met on Second Life. We knew each other for a minute, for a while, and then one day we just was working together, and then you know how it goes from there. We just hit it off, and
The
yeah.
rest is history. So, what advice would you have for people in Second Life? Because you're like an OG on here, right? You've been here 14 years. So, what advice would you have for someone looking for a SL relationship or wanting to be in a successful SL relationship?
Just let it, like, don't look for it. Let it come, That's the best thing I can say, because I definitely wasn't on here looking for no.
It just happens.
Yeah, I was like, I was on here just looking for business, doing business or something productive, and yeah. So I would say just let it, so let things. I mean, because I think that'd be the issue why people have a lot of issues with relationships. They're so forced, they're so looking, for something and you know what I mean? So,
Okay. All right. So cool. I'm going to leave this interview here as far as my questions. I'm not going to ask any more, but I do want you, do you have any lasting thoughts or lasting words, anything that you want to share with us?
first off, thank you, Clout. Shout out to Clout Chasers. Thanks for having me. And yeah, I'm just going, shit, you good at this. I gotta get better at these, just getting right to the point. So we'll step it
No,
up.
you did amazing. You did amazing. The only thing, sorry guys, I lost my train of thought there for a second. I'm like, what? That happens when you ramble a lot, like, or you talk a lot, like you kind of forget the ideas that you're trying to connect. So I apologize to you guys for that. But I did want to get to a point of like sometimes there seems to be what can be perceived as like kind of men being like kind of alone in SL, and I don't know if that's necessarily true, or and I just wanted to get your perspective as a man, and just put in context where it came from. Are you going to do any other projects like podcasting or anything like that?
I definitely don't think I'm gonna do podcasting, but I'm down to be like a special guest on like a podcast. I do want to find a dope radio show to just jump on, and I don't know if you remember back in the days, like how they got like Sway in the morning. Like I love that type of stuff. Like I want to bring
Yeah.
that to Second Life, like the just where artists jump on there, they'll freestyle. You know what I mean? And I got my new record dropping. You know what I mean? You go to the club, you got the DJ playing the record. I want to have that type of. That's how I want to be living on SL. I do a new record. I get one of the hottest DJs play it. You know what I'm saying? Go back to promoting. Like,
I think you could definitely make that happen. It's just a matter of someone adding the stream to their home or their business or wherever they are. And then I guess you would have just rotating DJs playing out. I don't see how hard that could be, but then again, I really don't know. But I think it's a pretty cool idea.
yeah, that's the plan. And then once things get back going in real life, I'm trying to shoot. I'm sitting on a bunch of videos, but it's like it's hard for me to really want to put anything out just yet because it's just weird. But I'm definitely gonna drop. I plan on hopefully starting it back to drop in So I'm gonna definitely that's the plan.
I know I said no more questions, but I'm going to ask one more. And this is a question that I typically ask in the beginning because people often want to know, like, how do you go from just joining SL as a social platform or game, depending on how you see it, to say monetizing your talents or opening a sim? At what point does that switch click where you're just like, you know what, this could be more than just hanging out and just having fun?
I think as you build like certain skills, or when you're around other people that's doing it, you realize, oh, that's not hard to do. You know what I mean? Let me try to run my own shop, or let me try to,
Yeah.
But you notice a lot of people, even when they run a business, they started off kind of like, I don't know, for example, a strip club. A girl was a strip at the strip club. She was there, had a falling out with the owner, but now she kind of knows how to run the club. So then she goes start her club or that kind of thing. I think, and even from back in the days, like I've always had a sim. I remember when private sims was like a new thing, and I think it was like I don't know, $1,200 for a sim. Like I was one of the first like urban sims. Like I know Southside was around for me, but like I was like right there, like one of the. I was like young, so I
Yeah.
always had a mind of trying to run my own little community or type of spot. So
It's that entrepreneurial spirit. It's like you kind of want to do your own thing and take a risk and not really conform to what anyone else is doing, which is a good thing. And I think
right.
this makes a good musical artist as well. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had fun. Um,
Nah, I
and
appreciate you, Clout. Anytime, you know that.
Aw. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you really enjoyed this series and you want to see a lot more artists on SL and get to learn and know about them, I think I want to do something very similar to my SL mentorship series where I interview creators. And basically, that's what the premise of this is about. We wanted to get to know Novel a little bit more, like where he's from. He's from New York City, my hometown. Shout out to NYC.
Shout
And
out.
seriously, yeah. And what motivates him and what drives him. So I thank you so much for sharing all that information with us and letting us know what your SL experience has been like.
All right, you already know. Anytime. And also, man, like I said, Wednesday the 19th. I don't know when you dropping this, but say if it's before that, pull up Club Ambrosia.
Okay, I'm actually gonna drop it as soon as we're done because I don't edit.
Okay.
He's like, what?
But I know you be on it.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And also join my Discord. I'll leave the link below. If you need any avatar help, come to my makeover clinic. And where can we find you, Hooly?
You can find me on all streaming platforms: SoundCloud, SL, Facebook, in Second Life, Novel Hooly the Goat on Google for the music, and novel.popinjay on Second Life.
All right, and guys, I will put all that information below. And another thing, so I do a Where to Rent an SL series. Do you guys have rentals here at Hoolyville? Because you haven't really told us much about this sim.
Honestly, right now we're about to do some revamping, so like we're kind of like gonna kind of like just look at everything and kind of get rid of stuff. So I'm gonna definitely get back back to you on that though, because
Okay,
like I was telling you, I think we want to get another little sim and do some different things,
and just go a
So
different direction with it. All right, sounds good. So, guys, look out for that in the very near future. We look forward to seeing what Novel's going to do to this sim. And yeah, I'll be sure to be at your event, and I hope you guys could join us as well. Bye, guys.